Welcome to the Los Culeros podcast, where the arrows fly straight and the conversations stay real. We're your hosts, Jose Jara and Josh Peña. We're just a couple of everyday guys with a growing love for the archery, the outdoors, and the journey that comes with both. By no means are we pros or veterans, but we're all in. Whether you're new to the bow or have years under your belt, you're welcome here. This podcast is all about sharing stories, learning from guests, and building a community around the sport we've grown to love. So grab your bow, lace up your boots, and join us as we dive into archery, hunting, and life, one shot at a time.
Welcome back, guys. Got another episode for you guys here with Josh and Chewy.
What's up, guys?
Chewy-wees.
Wait, that's
I
me.
started calling
What'd you?
I started calling Josh Drake last night on the game.
Oh yeah, I kept dude. I'm notorious for falling off of fucking buildings, dude. It's like,
I was almost start calling you Drake. He's like, "Why Drake?" I was like, "Cause you're always falling off, bro."
And I'm thinking something else. I'm all,
yeah,
bro.
no, dude. I freaking. He's like, all right. He's always getting down too.
Yeah.
On that, like he's professional over here. But anyways, he gets down. I was like, all right, be right there, bro. And I fucking jump and roll off the building, dude. I was like, I need help too.
no, it was funny because we're
Oh,
like
shit.
we're in this room, right? And it's like locked room, and we go in there. We have the key, and then we get up to the second story, and we hear a footstep, and I'm like, "There's somebody outside, dude." And he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they put a grenade on the door. I was like, "Fuck, man, these guys are gonna kill us."
Yeah, you know what? They were probably trying to like blow the door open, maybe. You think?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But they were,
This is
but they were-
sketchy,
they were
bro.
watching the door, and then so I went around looking out the window, and I peek out the window, and I'm like, I can see him, and then Josh is like, I fucked up. I'm like, what happened? And I hear,
Yeah.
I was like, what happened?
I
He's
I
like,
thought we were gonna fuck these dudes up, bro.
Yeah.
So I jump on the window, but instead of just jumping on the ledge, he jumped out.
fucking third eye.
So I'm trying to grab something, dude. Yeah. So I'm trying to grab stuff, dude. Fucking, I hit the ground. It's funny because he's like splat, and he's like, ooh, and it was up there.
And
Yeah,
I'm
wait.
like, what happened? He's like, I fell out the house. I was like, fuck. So give me a minute. And then, so I'm down there trying to get out the door. And then there's these guys shooting at this other machine. So I'm like, shit, we're going to die. Luckily, I was able to get him. And then we just bucked it out of there.
Dude, I'm always fucking up, dude.
But yeah, Josh's new nickname is Drake. He's
Drake.
always
All right.
falling off. But anyways, back to some more relatable content.
For anybody listening, me and how to play arc raiders.
Arc Raiders is fun.
How to got me addicted to that shit.
Yeah.
Bad influence.
I had to return the favor.
On the plus side, though, dude, my drama said I was losing weight, so
that's
I'm not
good.
gaining weight sitting on my ass. So
There you go. There you go.
But let's get into it, boys. What do we got going on
So
today?
I wanted to. I know we've kind of dabbled a little bit about what makes a better hunter. Is it shooting distance, like, or is it getting close? You know, and we kind of talked about it a little bit. You know, with TAC coming up, we're trying to stretch out there and touch some stuff from further out.
Yeah.
But is that something that you feel like you have to have in your arsenal, or is it better to just kind of play the wind, play the situation? What are you guys'
So
take
you're
on that?
saying, like, is it better to be able to shoot distance or versus getting close?
Yeah,
Is that
or
what you're saying?
what makes
Like, what makes a better
what
hunter?
makes a better hunter? Being able to shoot far or being able to get close?
I think, I mean, if you got to choose one, I would say getting close.
Mhm.
You know, because I mean, if you're gonna shoot far, fucking go rifle.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
very true.
But at the same time, like, if I had to choose one, I would say getting close is what makes you a better hunter. Because
Mhm.
if you can get close, then the shot distance is
Right.
not going to be a factor. But at the other hand, I think having the arsenal being the capability to
Mhm.
shoot at distance accurately
Right.
is it's just better for
Yeah.
overall.
Mhm.
Makes you a better hunter. I think if you can't get close, or if you get busted on the move and you're within your comfort range, then
Right.
you can take that shot.
Yeah.
So I think it's a skill that could make you a better hunter, but
Mhm.
it's just like both of them are
Yeah.
using both of them to your advantage, being close and being able to shoot far
Mhm.
versus just getting close. Because you can get close and still fucking miss.
Yeah.
But
Would that vary in different locations? Like, I mean, out here, where
Yeah, so that's a good point. 'Cause
we don't have too much
We
coverage.
saw that firsthand. We went with I went with George, and we got up, on a pretty steep hill, and we had nowhere to go,
Mhm.
and he had a pretty far shot, and he took it. He barely missed.
Yeah, dude.
Barely.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like it gives you another opportunity when
Mhm.
but in hindsight's 2020. We could have watched from afar and see where they went, and then planned the next morning to be there before them or try to see.
Yeah, but at the same time, man, I mean, I know that George took that shot with confidence
Oh,
because
yeah.
he can
yeah.
shoot that far.
Dude's a sniper.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing, though. I mean, the further the distance, the more the elements fuck with it. And in that case, it was the wind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know how windy it was, but
The crazy part about that is that it didn't seem windy because we were in a canyon, right? Like
Yeah.
we were in like a little ravine type
Mhm.
situation, a bowl. But where the deer was, we didn't realize there was a
Like
gust,
a crosswind.
a crosswind there, and
Yeah.
that's what screwed them.
yeah. But I mean, it was a clean break and everything. It was a nice shot.
Hell
Nice
yeah.
shot. Just that wind
Mhm.
took it.
Mhm.
And it happens, But I think shooting distance like that, and it does matter. Can you shoot 100 yards? Cool, flat, open.
Yeah.
Cool. You could probably hit that shot every single time.
Yeah.
But put some trees in the way. Can you still make that shot?
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it comes down to your skill level, ethics. Also, you don't
Mhm.
want to make a bad shot, but I think being able to get close makes you a better hunter.
Another thing
than
too
over
is
over distance.
yeah, definitely. Another thing too is equipment.
Mhm.
10, 20 years ago, you wouldn't think past shooting
40 yards.
40, 60
Yeah.
yards was a stretch.
Yeah.
And now with some of this newer equipment, it's easier to
Mhm.
stretch it out there.
Yeah.
So that plays a factor in it as far as like what you're shooting, poundage, how comfortable you are behind that bow, how long you can hold. All that stuff matters.
Mhm.
Arrows
Mhm.
being a little bit lighter now, straighter, material, and shoot further distances.
Yeah, I hear some of these older guys, they're all like, when we go 3D, they're like, why are you taking a shot at 60 yards? Oh, first of all, it's 3D.
Mhm.
And they're like, but if you could hit it, they're
Yeah.
like, we wouldn't shoot. My max was 40. And I'm like, yeah, but look at the bow, the technology, like you're
Mhm.
saying, like everything's advanced to a point where if you're comfortable and you're able to take that shot, then
Yeah.
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 And it
like-
goes the same way in a lot of walks of life. But I wouldn't do that. Well, cool, man. Don't.
Mhm.
I can, so I'm going
Yeah.
to. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's like there's for every situation, there's somebody that'll shit on it. Well, I
Oh,
wouldn't do
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, then
I'm glad I'm not you.
Yep.
Yep.
Just go sit on the couch and do nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where, you can. Fucking Dillingham, bro. He's set up to shoot 160. I think he said on his site and stuff. Will he take that shot? Probably not. But I mean,
Mhm.
100-yard shot. But
Mhm.
there's people that won't shoot
But
past
it's-
40. Look at Dwell Turner said he wouldn't shoot past 50
Mhm.
or 60.
Right.
And he's a hell of a shot.
Yeah.
But that's his comfort.
Mhm.
You know what I mean, it's not that he can't do it. He won't. For ethics.
But one of the things too is like if you train at a distance, like if you shoot to 60 to 70, 80,
Mhm.
100 yards, when you go to take that 40-yard shot, your money.
Mhm.
Because you're like, man,
Yeah.
if I can hit a 12 ring at 110, 111 yards, then a 60-yard shot, easy.
Mhm.
Yeah, but there's also other factors, bro. There's also other factors. So at 111 yards, let's say I practice at 120 every single day. I can make that shot,
Mhm.
10 times out of 10, badass, whatever. And then go to the field where I have a buck at fucking 40 yards and get the fever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
And
it's
completely fucking shaking because you're shaking now. You're not as calm as shooting at a normal target where there's,
Right.
there's no rush. You know what I mean? So there's a different element.
It'd be like saying though, like I'm gonna run a mile every day, and then when I go run half a mile, like ship to bed, like it makes no sense.
It does make sense because you're relaxed when you're target shooting. You know what I mean? You're not taking a life.
Right.
But like, dude, you shot 30, 40, 50 yards all day long, 3D
Mhm.
courses and shit. But how did you feel when that elk was in your
Yeah.
fucking, you know what I mean?
But
It changes things.
But it wouldn't have made a difference between 30 and 100. You would have still get that same feeling. If you're gonna
That's what I'm
get
saying though, but like if you practice at 110 or whatever and be good at it at targets,
Right.
it's different whenever you're aiming at an animal.
it wouldn't be, because if you're gonna take that shot at 100 to 40, it's the same or a different distance, but the same feeling. So it wouldn't.
No, because you don't get the same feeling as shooting targets and calmly.
Right. But what you're saying is
It adds
it's a
another factor because now you're shaking. You're not in your zone, is what I'm saying.
But you're making two different points. So 100 to 40 is the distance. Now you're saying a feeling at 100 to 40 is different.
It is.
If you're gonna feel the same, if you're gonna feel the same way at 40, you're not gonna feel the same way at 100.
It's gonna be the difference between practicing calmly
Right.
and being in the pocket, with all the nerves and the rush of being. That's the difference. So what I'm saying is, like, you can practice 120. If you shoot 40, realistically it would be easier because it's closer.
If you practice 120 and then you go shoot 40, and you have to get the fever at 40, you're gonna get the fever at 120.
Probably. If you get the fever, you get the fever, no matter the distance.
Exactly.
What I'm saying though, what changes is being calm when you're practicing.
Mm-hmm.
You can practice at 120, like you said, right?
Yeah.
But if you have the shot at 40, it realistically should be easier. But you have all these elements, the adrenaline rush and all that stuff. So it makes it a little bit different. It's not as easy as shooting 40 on a target, going from 120 to 40, as it would be doing 120 on a target and then going 40 yards on an animal.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, what? Wait a minute. Yeah. That makes no sense. Because it's the different distances. If you're shooting further
mm-hmm.
and then you take a shot closer, then it should be easier.
It should.
So you're saying if you get the fever at 40 or at 120, it's still going to be the same thing.
Yeah. Does that mean
if you take away that hunting, like the buck fever or whatever,
mm-hmm.
you're right as far as the shot
it's just
being
a target.
easier.
Mm-hmm.
But then you put the element that Josh is talking about, then you're either shaking, you're something else. But if you take that away, then shooting 120, then you back it down to 60, you should nail it. It'll be an easy shot.
And that's why I think that, 3D courses, shooting match this and like that, if you can put it in your mind when you have an animal in front of you, it's just another target. Then I think it takes out that factor of, I don't know, the fever.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I've seen you get the fever.
So if you train at 100, it makes it easier to shoot 40.
Realistically,
you won't get the fever.
If you don't get the fever.
But you just said though, if you train 3D at 100, when you get out there and get closer,
but it's more than just shooting though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's you just flopped on it. You said you said if you go out there and practice 3D at 100, when you go to shoot 40, it's easier.
If you can decipher that factor that it's not a live animal,
right?
But it takes an extra element to do it. Now, most people that shoot 3D probably don't think that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you shoot 3D, I've seen you get the fever right out of the truck. You know what I mean? So it's.
I don't know if it's the fever as much as like the excitement. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking go after this shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But it changes things. So I mean that whole Cameron Hanes thing, like lift, run, shoot. I think running and getting your adrenaline up and stuff. If you have to actually train for that,
right?
Not just shooting the distance, but you actually have to train to have that feeling, that rush, that the out of breath kind of thing, and then take the shot. As still as you can.
Yeah.
And control your breathing and stuff. But it's a lot of factors to that.
Yeah, it's
outside of just shooting distance.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like, I think we're backwards because, like, we can go and shoot like 3D and it's fine, and then go out there and I get excited. I'm like, oh fuck yeah,
yeah.
And this guy can go out there and shoot 3D and like shit the bed, but then go be calm and deer. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's I don't know, man. I mean, I gotta constantly talk to myself, like, calm down, relax, don't rush. That's the big thing. Because like when you're in the pocket and you have the deer in your sights and stuff, and you're closing in on distance, that's when all the emotions start coming in and stuff. And like, oh fuck, this is about to go down. But to stay calm and all that stuff and just wait it out. I think last year is probably the first time, bro, where it's like I had to let everything play out. But no, don't move.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hardest part for me. It's like waiting and waiting and waiting, and like, fuck, I'm gonna make it happen. Like, instead of just sitting there. This happened to you last year too. Like if you had just stayed put,
that's my biggest
that
thing.
fucking buck would have walked right to him.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, I gotta go get him. So
and that's my biggest thing is like when we go out there and like I got a million things going through my head. Like he's gonna be there, he's gonna go here. What if he could do this? What if he does that? And next thing you know, I'm like, I'm at the wrong place at the wrong time. And it's one of those things where it's like, shit. So to that point, having that long range arsenal in there where you can say, you know what, he's at 80. I don't need to get closer. Let's take it from here. And to Josh's point, why risk it at 80 when you can get to 40?
Yeah, if you're capable of getting 240, it's hard, man. Archery is hard, especially like in the terrain that we work in. Because like there's no cover or very little cover. There's not jumping tree to tree. I mean, we got pinned down by elk in the Gila, dude. They were in a pasture. We got to the small tree and it was like, we can't get. He tried.
Yeah.
He tried, but it got dark. But it's like that's when you start thinking outside the box and the what ifs and I should have done this and I should have done that.
Yeah, because
like,
that same scenario
think about that in the
that same scenario. We're at the edge of the trees. They're probably about 100 yards.
The first time I ranged that big bull, he was 227, and then he came out and bedded. He was probably about 120, right in the middle of the pasture, dude. He bedded right in the middle of the grass, and then we crawled. He got to 80. Yeah, and couldn't see him. It just got dark.
Yeah.
Big old fucker, bro.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know if I'll ever see a bull bigger than that one. He was big. He was like 7x7.
The crazy thing is that I think the one I shot wasn't that one. And the one that you bumped on the way back was probably that one.
The one where I didn't have my bow?
Yeah.
Nah, he was a little guy.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. He was a little. He wasn't as little as the bull. I thought it was a cow. The one that was barking at us.
Yeah.
It was like a small satellite bull, bro. Like just barely starting out. Small little bull. But that big one, dude, man. I think the one you killed had a bigger body than that 7x. But rack wise, dude, he was probably pushing like 380. He was a big guy.
Yeah.
He was a big bull.
Yeah, I remember like that was my first like real close encounter with a fucking elk. I was like, holy
dude,
shit.
we were like fucking 200 some yards, and this fucking his eyes were popping out of his head.
Yeah, dude.
We were just walking. Yeah. We had broke the tree line, and I knew where I wanted to go. And as soon as I came out of the tree line, I was watching where I was stepping, and I looked up, and I was like, fuck. And he's already staring at me.
Yeah.
And then I turned around to him, and I was like, don't move, dude. And I looked over my shoulder, and he goes,
it's like,
oh yeah, I know he's big, bro, but how the fuck are we gonna get to him? And now we just stood behind the tree and started calling, and he came, but he stopped halfway.
Yeah,
I didn't know shit about calling. We were both rookies at it, you know.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was a unique experience. But
here's a quick, a fun little question. So if you had a choice between either getting really good at stalking or getting close or long distance, you only had one.
I for me personally, I would go stalking.
And we're talking archery, right?
Archery, yeah. Oh, he's good at stalking. I saw him on my camera the other day.
Yeah. You saw me?
Yeah.
I'm not that good then.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. You're not that good.
I got a question. This is off subject. 007, right? James Bond. Is he the best spy or the worst one?
What do you mean?
Because the spy's not supposed to be known, but he's the most famous spy.
Right.
So he's well known.
It's like Billy the Kid. You know, Billy the Kid. That name was well known, but nobody knew who he was. I think it's kind of like that. Like you have like people are like, oh shit, you're 007. He's already in there. He's already there. But I think you're right.
I don't know. I think now that you say that, he might be the worst because everybody knows all his stuff. Yeah.
Kind of the same way with Old Navy. Was it ever called Navy?
Yeah.
What?
New Navy.
Was it new? Was it whenever it opened? Is it New Navy, and then eventually it turned into Old Navy?
Nah, it was just always Old Navy. Old Navy. New and Teen Navy they never worked. It never worked.
No. But yeah, I mean that's a good point. Is I think a lot of the allure to archery is getting close.
Yeah,
is getting close and having that interaction. Like I hope I never get to the point where I'm like, another animal, another deer. Like I'm like,
dude,
fuck
just driving, bro. Just driving, going through the Black Range today. Like I'm fucking scouting. I found roads I didn't know were there.
Yeah,
and then I was like, what the fuck? I see a roadway down there. I'm like, damn it, how the fuck do you get down there? That would change things for us, you know. Different section of the unit, definitely, but it's one of those things where like I'm always standing, dude. Always standing when I'm out there because it excites me. Now I want to see the deer. I want to see elk.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that I wish I would have. I mean, I wish I would have had like more experience growing up with like rifle because I think that's like somebody said, you know, you start with rifle and then eventually you graduate into bow because you know we did it fucking backwards.
Yeah. I mean, I started with rifle. I never killed anything with the rifle. I got my first kill with a bow, but I don't know, man. There's something about the challenge of it. It's like if I can do it with the bow, then rifles a walk in the park.
Yeah.
You know, because I've seen a ton of we see them all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Dude, if we had a fucking rifle, bro, it would shit be game over.
Sitting there practicing with my little hand air rifle.
Yeah. Fucking carries around a stick in his backpack.
Pretend rifle. I'm like, man, this thing would be dead right now.
He never runs out of bullets. He just sits there. He's like, pew, pew. Oh, that one ricocheted.
Dang it.
But yeah, dude, I mean, I think you're right. The day it stops being exciting to be out there is probably the day I'll stop going out there.
And I think that a lot of it too, like you want to get close. And I think that's the challenge between you and nature, like getting close. And shooting far is like a you versus you.
Yeah.
Like where's my skill at, you know?
Yeah.
Like I want to prove to myself I can touch that at 100 or 110.
I don't know if this is legal or not, but one of my like challenges, bro, from years back is to be able to stab a coyote. Like get that close, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I probably never do it, but
no, it's legal. We could take you and you could try.
Yeah, because I know that there was a program for war heroes and veterans, and you know, I think it was in Texas where they gave them a freaking combat knife, and they let them loose on a hog, you know, like one of those wild hogs, you know, and
I seen them with like handguns, like hunting hogs with handguns.
The idea behind, I think it's called, I think it was the Wounded Warrior Project. If I'm not mistaken. I'm probably wrong, but what happened is like they had a lot of PTSD and stuff, and a lot of like built up aggression. So they would let them do that with the pigs and stuff, you know. And I don't know if it's still available or not, but anyways, the idea was to let them express all that stuff and not bottle it up and just go ham on something that
a rage room.
It would help, basically, and it would help them out. But a lot of them were like. It really did change their whole life because they got to express all that stuff. It was a cool project. I don't know if it's still around. I learned about it on one of the seminars, film festival things I went to, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know a lot of animal activists probably wouldn't like that story, but they're an invasive species in Texas. So.
That's the main thing is they're very invasive and they're destroying a lot of farmland.
A lot of shit, dude.
So,
but yeah, man. I mean, like I said. To get close to an animal in their own environment, dude, even if it's just a doe, I'll see if I can creep in and then kind of get as close as I can.
That's always a fun game.
Yeah. I think the funniest thing for me, dude, is when they bust you and they walk up to you and they're just trying to fucking like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, it's funny as shit to me, dude. My daughter had a coyote end up on her lap when we were deer hunting with her. I seen him coming around and she had a freaking stack of snacks. A little trash panda over there.
That's funny.
But yeah, dude, I think it's the coolest thing in the world to see an animal be an animal and freaking sniff around. I like to see those baby deer run around all crazy, dude, with no care in the world. That shit's fucking cool.
That is.
The little things, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I won't let my kids do that, but hey, babe, let's watch that deer pee.
That's funny. But yeah, no, definitely something that you need that I think as a modern bow hunter, you need to add that to your arsenal. You know, because even before, like, man, like what 4 or 5 years ago, slider sights, you know, it's like, will you hunt with that? You can't hunt with that. Yeah. What are you doing? Single pin sight for hunts? No. But I mean, you know, if you can get close enough, put it to 20, 30, you're still good.
Yeah.
20, 30, 40. You know, just got to move your aim point.
Yeah.
But, you know, to be able to like let that deer or that elk or whatever you're chasing walk a little bit further out and have the ability to dial that to 60 or 70, that's a game changer.
Oh yeah. It's the same thing across the board, bro. There's a generation of people that don't like change and don't fix what's not broken, that type of shit. But it's like, okay, well, don't fix it, but you can make it a lot better. Yeah. You know, we're not fucking rolling around wheels anymore. We got cars and shit. You know, we're not horse and buggy.
Things change, man.
You know what I mean? It has to, bro. We have to evolve, you know. But at the same time, how much is too much?
Right.
You know what I mean? Look
do you feel like it's evolving too much to where it's not primal anymore?
To a sense, dude. It just depends on how you hunt. You know what I mean? Just because you have the capability to shoot 100 yards doesn't mean you should. You know, doesn't mean that you know, you shouldn't try to get as close as you can. It just depends on how you hunt.
But it's one of those things where, like, if you go out there to primarily shoot 100 yards or 120 or 90, like you're not trying to get close. That's all you're doing. Grab a crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well. You might as well.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. But it's funny because we were having this conversation the other night about how things change and how things that were not normal before are normal now.
Mm-hmm.
Like growing up and your parents be like, get away from that TV, you're gonna go blind.
Yeah.
You're standing too close to the TV to having your kids wearing that fucking Oculus
Yeah, dude.
3 inches from your fucking eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that type of stuff, but it's a lot of it is just change and innovation and stuff.
You know what's fucking wild, dude? Is that they're telling, well, I don't know about your guys' households and shit, but like we'll be at my grandma's house or whatever, and it's like, hey, get away from the TV, you're go blind. Meanwhile, all your uncles and fucking aunts are all smoking right next to you.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Fucking old child of smoke.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm worried about my eyes, huh?
Yeah.
Not
Or-
my
or
lungs.
like,
Not my lungs.
Or like turn off the dome light in the car. We're gonna get pulled over, but they're drinking and driving.
Yeah. I never put two and two together, no, but no,
I always heard that was illegal. And
Yeah.
it turns out it's not.
it's not.
It's not. It's just
Yeah.
it's just the drinking and driving part.
Yeah, just that part,
That
yeah.
part's
Yeah.
illegal.
I learned how to drive that way. Not drunk. That's the only time I got driving lessons.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a different world, man. But it's like, why not use the newest technology and stuff? But I mean, I was saying like how much is too much because look at the muzzleloader thing.
Mm-hmm.
300, 400 yards that was a long distance for a muzzleloader. And then some crazy fucker decided to challenge that and shoot 900 yards with a muzzleloader. It's like, yeah, that's not primal weapon no more.
Yeah.
You know, let's take the scopes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's what it gets to. It
Yeah.
gets to a point where it's like, okay, you're in crossbow range now. Like you can, like, where the equipment outdoes the ability, the skill level.
Yeah.
You know, that's where right now. That's where I feel the balance is in archery. Is that the equipment can get there, but it still requires you to hone that skill to shoot that. Same thing with rifle. You know, there's people that can shoot a long distance, but it's not necessarily all of the equipment. It's the skill.
Yeah, it's a lot of instruments. Same thing goes to that fever, dude.
Mhm.
You know, have family members that motherfucker will reach across you to pull a rifle out because they see a coyote running.
Yeah.
It's like you're not gonna hit him. You know what I mean? I mean, he might. I don't know.
Yeah.
He has had some distance in it, but the thing is, like, he can shoot 1,000 yards on plate all day long. But if you get the fever at any distance, that 1,000 yards becomes freaking 5,000 yards. Like you're not gonna hit it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's a lot of skill, but it's I don't know. It's like how far is too far?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
You know what's crazy is like the disassociation between the fever and target panic. Like people won't get the fever but have target panic, and people get target panic but won't have the fever. It's like, what the heck?
I can tell you firsthand. I've never got the fever. I've been in a rush. I guess that's what kind of the fever feels like. But I've never been like shaking, oh fuck, you know what I mean? But I have had target panic out on the 3D course that transferred into the hunting world, whereas I just couldn't get my pin on the fucking buck. Calm as shit, fucking steady. I just could not get my pin on him. And it's just, that was the same thing I was dealing with 3D archery.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I found the fix. You know, I looked at the does while I was drawn back, and I was able to move my bow where I needed to before I looked back down the sight. And I smoked them that way. But ideally, you don't want to. You don't want to be looking around and shit. But it worked for me, and then I started really diving in on target. You know, that target panic issue I had. But I guess they're one and the same. I guess it depends on what you're shooting at. Because, I mean, you talk about target. A target is anything you're shooting at.
Right.
But, I don't know. Do you feel different shooting at live animals versus shooting 3D?
And then, like, for me, it's just like the rush of, like, okay, we're on. Like, it's game time. Like, it's the same thing like when you used to play like any kind of competitive sport. And you go up to bat and you're like, oh shit, like I gotta perform, I gotta hit this.
Yeah.
You know, or the same thing when you get, pulled into a game or, put into a high stress situation.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh shit, you know what I mean? But like, as far as like the execution part of it, like as far as pulling the trigger, like letting that arrow fly, like, no, it's just getting to that point.
Yeah.
Like the decisions that go from getting from A to B, that's the part where I'm like shaking and struggling. Like, oh shit! I remember when I shot my deer in 21 a couple of years ago. I hiked down, and the deer was still bedded. And when I went to go hike back up, like every step I took, I could feel my knees shaking. Like I was like, what the heck? Yeah. But once I got to within like, I think it was like 40 or 50, I ranged it and I got behind the bush. And when I drew back, like I was fine.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, oh shit, like here we are, like here we go. You know, it was that part.
I guess it's the thrill of it all, man. Yeah. The dose of adrenaline and stuff. It's like,
yeah, and that's the part that, like, I think you're right. Like if you can control your heart rate and, you know, keep your mind from getting foggy and control that moment, I think you're fine.
It's crazy, dude, because like in that moment, like you have tunnel vision, right? I need to get here. You know, this is my main target and stuff, and you forget to look around and stuff. And what could be around in your blurred image, because you're in tunnel vision, is everything else that can ruin that. All the does that you can't see. Yeah, it happened to you, right? I didn't see him, and I was with you. We found this big buck, bro. He was bedded straight across from us, probably 130. Let him out of the truck, right? He starts going across, backing up. We just saw the buck, the big buck, you know. I was like, oh, fuck, he's right there. Neither one of us thought, you know what? He wasn't by himself yesterday. There's probably more in there. And no, we just saw this fucking dude with his monster rack. And like, yeah, go get him. Fucking buck underneath them, buck next to him, and fucking doe.
I'm a lot like that, like in every aspect of it. And it's like, like even when we play the game, like I'm just rushing in. Like I'm fucking making shit happen, blowing shit up, whatever. And like at work, I'm like, this is fucked up. Let's fix it. Fucking boom, 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 get this shit done. You know, whatever. And that particular time, if I would have just took a step back and we would have just looked, all right, he's there. We can go here. I'm gonna get to this point and then glass or look this way, look that way. But it was just like, all right, I need to get there. Yeah. And I just boom, go.
Yeah. You got there. Yeah. But you weren't there no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the craziest thing, dude. But I guess you get overwhelmed with the emotion of like, oh fuck, this is happening, and you forget to look around and stuff. So you gotta be as calm as you possibly can be in the pocket and keep your mind in it to where it's like you what is the word for it? You're surrounded, but be aware of your surroundings at all times. Because like even the little things, you take the wrong step, get bit by a rattlesnake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you weren't looking at the ground, you're looking at where you're going.
Yeah.
So. Dude, that's well, I don't have a deer or elk experience like you guys. But my one turkey, not yet. Not yet. Fingers crossed. Now that you're saying that, like about, I didn't really care how I was walking. I was trying to walk slow, like heel to toe. I was watching where they're at, but not really concerned about anywhere else. Like, is there some closer? Or I just saw that group right there, and I was just like, that's where I need to go. And the first, when I got my turkey, I was after one. And I kept going after that one, and I lost track of it. And I'm like, I know it came this way. And I just happened to, start looking around, and there's right to my left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So then, but I don't think I had any kind of like I got excited.
Yeah.
And I could feel my heart beating, but I was just trying to stay calm. I was trying to go through those. I'm like, okay, maybe because it was a turkey, wasn't like a big animal, but I mean, I don't want to take away from it, but
no, hell no. That's a big
game animal.
But
a big game.
But yeah, it wasn't like a big old elk. But I'm excited to get to that point. To
you don't remember being like getting the fever or anything like that? Do you remember?
So I probably had.
No. What I'm trying to get at is like, do you remember drawing back, looking down your sight at your pin, putting your pin on the bird where exactly you wanted to hit and everything? I wouldn't say you'd had the fever, dude. So I think if you had the fever, I drew back and I fucking shot. You know what I mean?
So there's like
there's different levels to it, but
like, and for example, like for my elk, when I put that one down, it was like slow motion. Like it was slow motion. Like, dude, I remember seeing the arrow spinning in the air. And then, when it hit it, like, it hit first and then it made a sound. Like, I'm just like tunnel vision. Like, what the hell? And I'm just staring at it like, what the hell just happened? And then I started seeing it bleeding and then running. And there's like a victory lap in this fucking thing, and it takes off. And I'm like, holy shit. Now with my deer, when I'm telling you that I went down the mountain and then back up, it happened so fast. And it was one of those things like, why did it happen so fast?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same.
It's like you got abducted in the middle of it.
Yeah, dude. And I was like, man, it happened so fast. And that's the times that you hear that when somebody say it happened so fast, is because, they didn't go through the process. Yeah. It didn't come out the way it was supposed to. And that's where you're like, shit, man, I need to regulate that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the hardest thing, man. I feel that I've had to deal with as a bow hunter is slowing it down. I had my little cousin on a hunt, and my brother was with me. My brother was trailing us. It's his son, right? So I say my brother, he's not my blood brother, he's my cousin. We just grew up tight. So I said, my little cousin, but it's his son. They're both my cousins. But anyways, I have his son, and I know where I want to go and glass from. Yeah. Right. So he's with me. We both have our bows. We're just walking. I'm going slow. I'm looking up. All right. I'm going to go through here, going. And I hear a whistle come from behind me. And I turn around, and my brother's like pointing. Dude, we fucking walked within 25 yards of 3 bucks that were just laying there. I never saw him.
Yeah.
And we looked and like, oh, fuck. So I sent him, like, his son back to him, and he's like, picked one, and he fucking shot him. I literally walked like fucking 20, 30 yards from him. I never saw him because I was so stuck on where I wanted to go.
Bro, that same shit happened to me. Yeah. Going over like a big hill, I see two big bucks, and there's like a saddle in between, both of the mountains that we're on. And I range it, and I'm like, dude, it's 150. I can get there, and there's little bushes going down. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to this one. So I'm focusing on where I'm going to go. By the time I get halfway down there, I realized that I don't know where the hell they bedded. Like, it looks different, once you go down.
Yeah.
So I'm in this bush, and I'm like, I think they're in that one. I happen to look up to range the next bush, and I'm in the same bush as the fucking 2 deer. I'm like, oh, dude, they scared the shit out of me. Fucking jumped up and took off running, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, dude, it's so easy to get turned around.
Yeah.
Shit, like, I was thinking you were going to say you were following this fucking turkey, and you fucking shoot him, and you look up, and you're like, where the fuck am I?
No, so I was like, mentally, I was kind of trying to figure out, because I told you that story about Colorado, how I got turned around.
Yeah.
So now the spookies. Yeah. So now I'm trying, like, okay, I need to make sure I could get back. And I knew where the road was at, and I was like, I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, but I knew I was heading south.
Yeah.
I was as long as I could, and then I didn't have my phone.
Oh shit.
Or nothing, but I guess when I saw him, I'm just like, I'm just grabbed my bow and took off. And but no, definitely I was afterwards I started shaking. I was just like, I did it.
Yeah.
But
Euphoria.
when I did draw back and everything, I was just counting my steps. I was like 30. Found my pin, and I was trying not to slap the trigger, nothing. I was just like, all right, dude, I had easy.
Dude, I had a video of me getting the fever.
It was bad, dude.
It was bad. And it was the spike before that bull I killed. And this guy's bugling, and I'm talking to my phone, like making a documentary.
Yeah.
Seems like a fucking Blair Witch.
Blair Witch out there. And I'm talking to my phone, like, yeah, Josh is out there.
He sucks at bugling. I'm not going to bring him no more.
He's bugling, and we're trying to figure this out. And then I just happened to look up, dude, and I see the spike, and I just instantly dropped my phone. Well, when my phone fell, the camera was facing me.
Yeah.
So, like, it's recording the whole interaction, dude. It was pretty fucking bad.
Dude, you would have thought his fucking bow was like 130 pounds, bro.
Dude, I couldn't draw my bow back.
He's and then shaky.
I had a call in my mouth, and I'm trying to, like, get him to stop. So I'm trying to do the cow call, and I just start drooling.
You need to find that video.
Yeah, dude, you really do. You need to find that video and post it.
Dude, it was crazy. And so I'm like drooling, and then it's just like, and then I draw back, and you could see in the video, dude, like I just draw back, and like my nose hits the string, and I just punch the trigger.
I literally fucking shanked the shot. And everything.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. And then after that happened, it was like a blessing in disguise, because when that happened, I'm like, I fucked it up.
Yeah.
And then I put my bow down and I pick up my phone and I'm like, it recorded that whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there watching this fucking crazy shit. And then I'm like, what didn't I do?
Yeah.
I didn't draw back. I didn't push pull to get my bow drawn. I didn't look at my peep. I didn't look at my pins. I didn't level my bubble. I didn't do any of it. I just fucking
His whole shot process went out the fucking window.
Out the window.
But mind you, bro, this is his very first time
ever
hunting. And he's got this fucking out standing in front of him at 30 yards or whatever.
Yeah, dude, it was close.
You know what I mean? So it's like he got a first-hand experience. You know what I mean?
Kicked in the fucking gut.
Yeah.
And then like maybe 15 minutes later, I'm about to go get this guy and tell him that let's fucking go.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. I fucked it up. Let's leave. And I'm about to like get up and I hear fucking bugle and it's not Josh. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was a good.
There's an adventure in between that, him missing and that other bugle.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a cow. I kept hearing it bark. And I was like, what the fuck? That was one of those birds, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's some birds out there that do the same shit. But I ended up seeing this elk coming around, like behind him, but in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm facing the opposite way, right? And I'm watching it come through the trees, and I'm trying to find out exactly where he's at, because I sent him to go sit down somewhere. I told him I'd be right here. Set up, I don't remember, I just set up somewhere over there. And I knew the whereabouts of where he was. I wouldn't shoot that direction, but I didn't know exactly where he was. So this elk's moving around, and she's about to come. I thought it was a she, to break the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm at. I was like, if this fucker comes out, it's an either sex tag. I'm gonna freaking drill it. Her nose comes out, turns around, goes back in. So I get up and I'm going to go find out where she's going. I wanted to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
We're second to the last day of the hunt.
Yeah.
So it's like do or die time. And I look to my left and he's fucking creeping too. Like we had the same idea, like this motherfucker needs to die.
Yeah.
And that's when we heard that bugle, bro, from the beginning of the canyon. Big old bugle. I was like, oh shit. So our eyes lit up. And so I go back to where you were. I ran back to the tree and I started raking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I lit out a big old bugle. And then I saw a glimpse of him for the first time. He was coming in hot. And he came down. So he's headed north. I'm looking south. He's coming north right at me. And then he beelines, man. He takes a left, my left, and starts coming out towards the ends of the tree. And that's when I heard the whack. I was like, boom.
Dude, it was crazy because like I'm up against the trunk of this tree, and I have two little windows because there's a bunch of bushes and stuff, right? So it goes past the first window, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it goes past the second one. All I can see is a rack. He's having to like duck under like all these trees.
Yeah.
And then he goes past that one, and I'm like, fuck.
He's not walking, dude. That motherfucker's trotting in. Like,
yeah,
he was
running. He had his head down.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck me up.
And then it gets past the tree line, and I'm like, fuck, I don't have a window anymore. Didn't realize like I'm on my knees now. And then I turn around, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's nothing on this side of the tree. Yeah. So I just fucking go to my knees, and I draw my bow back, and then I'm like, he's not gonna stop. And then I cow called, and he stopped, dude, like dead stop. And I'm like, what the? And I just remember just like 20, 30, 40, 20, 30, 40, 20, 30, 40. And I'm just like counting my pins, and I'm like, all right, split the 40 and 50, and boom. I'm like,
fucking drilled him, double lunged him.
I was like, holy shit. And that's just, but it's that. It's being patient, getting close. Mm-hmm. That's a whole different ball game. When you can shoot further distances, all that stuff still plays a giant factor, but you're not limited to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's one of the things,
man. I heard that fucking crack, and then he came running out. I'm full drawn too, because I'm ready to shoot him as well. So he comes out of the tree line, and he's running now. He comes out, and I see the arrow in him. And I was like, oh fuck, he fucking hit him. And I just shot. I didn't aim. I don't know what. I just shot at him.
Yeah.
And out of the excitement and shit, I tried to hit him. I don't remember aiming. And it wasn't the fever thing, man. It was like he got hit, and I don't know how to let this bow down right now because it's so fucking. I was like, holy shit! So I just fucking shot.
Yeah.
And I seen him run up, and he was going back into the canyon. And then he comes out of the bushes, bro, and he's just white. He's like, the fuck, I fucking got him. And I was like, yeah, let's just calm down real quick, man. And I don't know how good he's hit, but I did see the arrow sticking out of him, and he is bleeding. Yeah. But I saw where he went.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, we'll give him a little bit, and then we'll gather our thoughts, whatever. And then, I don't know, it could have been fucking 2 minutes, could have been 40, but I couldn't tell you. But we started tracking him and stuff, and then shit got even crazier because this fool spotted a mountain lion, decided he wanted to go chase the kitty.
Can I bet that dog?
Yeah, dude. He's like, he's gonna get my house, and he just fucking takes off running. I'm like, what the fuck?
Again, man,
fucking brain cells are gone, bro. They went on vacation. This fucker's chasing a mountain lion on foot.
Yeah. Again,
my bow on his fucking 45.
I'm always like action first and then think later, and that shit kicked in.
But yeah, dude, it was.
And that's one of the things too, is like that was my first season out there. Equipment was just off the shelf. Mm-hmm. You know, I always think about that because we never broadhead tuned. We never, paper tuned. We just, my arrows weren't even cut to my length. They were just, they already had the inserts from the box and just screwed in the fucking broadhead. And we went out there one weekend before the hunt, and I was shooting at a fucking little like broadhead target. Yeah. Lost 2 broadheads, 2 arrows the first day. And then I'm like, I think we're all right. And then go out there.
He comes home with a big old fucking 6x6 bull elk, man.
But it's one of those things too. Like it's just, the amount of time that we spent out there, that's a big factor. And that's what it comes down to too. Like whether you can get close or you want to shoot far, you still have to be out there.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of like how much time you spent out there, how much, dedication you have to put something down, because the opportunity is going to be there if you're out there. But if you're not out there, it doesn't matter if you can shoot far and get close.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've seen people shoot 20 yards at an elk, bro, with a rifle and fucking miss. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it does take range time. It does take, being out there and finding them. The icing on the cake for that hunt, man, is everybody told us that we weren't going to pull an elk out of there. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not a good unit. There's no elk in there. Like, it's just all negative. You go online, same shit. Bro, there's only like 10 tags for that unit. Yeah. We had 2 of them, and he just fucker comes home with a big old 6x6,
it was like Facebook days, and I remember thinking, and I'm sure I was just in the wrong Facebook group, but I remember thinking like there was like an NM hunt, Facebook group or whatever. I remember putting in there one weekend like, hey, is anybody hearing anything? Hunted hard this week and didn't see a whole lot. And people were like, well, bro, you got to spend more than a week out there. Like you expect to get it done in a week, or like you need to spend some more time out there. And I'm like, whoa, who said I was done, dude? I'm just fucking picking your brain to see if you guys have heard anything, if the rut started or, whatever. Like, but it was just like negative. And I'm like, what the heck? But, and it goes back to that. It goes back to a lot of people, well, I wouldn't shoot past 40, or I wouldn't go to that unit, or I wouldn't get that close, or why can't you shoot far? Like, why aren't you practice at range? Like you're never going to please anybody. And the best thing you can do is just be in your comfort zone. Yeah.
Just do you, man. That's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like, I know us 3, we all hunt different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, I was probably a little bit more hardcore than I am now, but it's just different. But I'm not going to tell you how to hunt, and I'm not going to tell him how to hunt. And if I really have an issue with it, I'm gonna fucking just go and hunt off by myself. Like I'm not.
Yeah, and that was one of the things.
Do you?
That was one of the things too. It was the second to the last day, and we're out there, and I almost didn't make it out there. And then on the way there, we realized that we had 2 different game plans. Like I wanted to go somewhere, Josh wanted to go somewhere different.
Yeah.
And we were just there, and I'm like, hey man, well we're grown, man. Like I'm gonna go here, and you know what? I'm gonna go this way. And you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, man.
And that was it. It wasn't. Yeah, let me know if you need anything. And that's the one thing is like, surround yourself with people that are going to support you. Obviously people that aren't going to fucking yes sir you or, yes man you all the time. But, have that balance where you can go out there and be confident in your skill level, and just don't lie to yourself, man. Because one of the things too is like, I can get close, and then you go out there and blow a stock, and you're like, what are you doing? Or you had a shot.
I've blown so many fucking stocks, dude. But it's like, what works on one doesn't work on all.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like it's tailored to every single deer that you.
Yeah.
Because they learn. Every single deer learns different. You know what I mean? So what's worked on some didn't work on others, and like you get busted out in the open.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna turn around and walk away, or you're gonna try it anyways. You know?
I remember there was one year where we had Josh had them pretty patterned. We knew where they were gonna when they were gonna be over this ridge, when they were gonna be coming out of this.
I wouldn't say we knew when.
No, we knew
they were there.
We knew they were there.
Yeah,
and we had a pretty good pattern. And the second the hunt started, that pattern went out the freaking window, dude. Because they were not there. Yeah. And it's like, what the heck? And then it didn't matter how early we got up; they were there before us. And didn't matter how late we went out there; they were not there. And it was like,
they always seemed
to
be a step ahead, dude.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't entirely wrong. I knew they were there, and they were there. But it's like, all right, we're gonna start walking up this mountain in the fucking dark, man. Well, the sun rises around 6:45. We'll start at 5. Start walking up, and we get up there to the top, and then they're there already. Because before, what we were seeing is we were getting there at daybreak, and they were coming over.
Yeah,
that we can get to before them, we have a shot. And then we go in the dark, and they're already there. Like, what the fuck? It's like every time we would try our best to be there before them, they were already there.
Yeah,
like God,
it didn't matter what time. It was like, what the heck? And it was the same situation with Jordan. Like I was telling them, hey man, we're gonna get up there. This is typically where they come. Last time I was here, they were coming out through not through the top, but through the side.
Yeah.
So we're good. But I want to get up there pretty early. And then we get up there, we get to the top, and they're coming out from the bottom by the road. I'm like, damn, we're better off sitting in the truck.
Yeah, but you don't know till you do it.
Yeah.
That's
what it comes down to. Just spending some time out there.
Because I had these fucking things like I got outsmarted. I got outsmarted. It was me and him. We were after this fucking good silent, like an 8-10 point white buck, dude. It was a nice one. And Hada went around the top. And I told him what they're gonna come down towards me and they're gonna go underneath these rock bluffs. They do it all the time.
Yeah.
So I was laying down against this rock on the top, and it's flat up there. So I was laying down, I was watching him, and Hada's making his way around just in case, I told him, well, if they spook, they're either gonna run straight up and go over the top of those rock bluffs, or they're gonna run away from us all the way down to the second funnel. Then they're gonna go up, or they're gonna come. I think my primary is they're gonna come towards me and go right underneath me. And so I was laying down on this rock, like against the rock, and I almost took a nap there, dude. I was chilling, and then they started to move. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna move to the end of the rock bluffs, and they're gonna come right underneath me, right? So I'm waiting there. Sure as shit, dude. Fucking doe walks out in front of me. The 3 does walk right underneath me, 30 yards, and then the small buck. All right, so he's like a 40. He comes underneath me and stops, 35 yards. I was like, all right, the last one's the big buck. He's gonna come through. Never comes through. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. These deer are long gone already. I've seen them go around me and go down to the next hill. Big buck never showed up. I was like, what the fuck? So I hit him on the radio. I was like, hey, man. He said, yeah. I was like, where did he go? He's like, that rock that you were laying on? He went right through there.
Oh, shit.
So these fuckers went underneath me like I knew they would. He went above me and met him up on the other side.
Like,
I was like, this motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, outsmarted me, dude. But it's like, I had him patterned. But that one, for whatever reason, he did what he did. But kudos to him, dude. That was fucking brilliant. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things, man.
They're big for a reason.
Yeah. You just don't know.
I should have shot the 40. But that I've seen it thousands of times, man. The same fucking pattern. I've sent other people up there, like go through here, wait right there, and they don't listen, and no, they come down that same fucking trail every single time. Like they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, where I killed my first deer, same shit, bro. If they're up on top, if you spook them, I know exactly where they're going. It's just a matter of getting there before them.
Yeah.
But it's a ways. But I had them all patterned and stuff, but it's kind of dying down, I'm hoping like this year it's super hot early. I'm hoping it cools off early this year in like September. So we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully.
All I know is I'm getting excited for this draw.
I know.
Like
I keep checking.
Are you boys ready for an oryx hunt?
Yeah.
Are you getting one or what?
I want one. I put in for one.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, dude, all these deer stories, I've heard it before, but I still get excited when you guys are telling it. I'm like,
Dude.
oh shit.
Yeah.
I think that's what I enjoy most about my line of work is that I get to talk to people that actually live out there and then you know hear their stories, and then they share information about where to go. And it's crazy too though, because I had one guy tell me about this area. I was like, "You never been in there?" I was like, "I don't even know where that's at." He talked it up, and then I was in Palomas Canyon yesterday chatting it up with this other dude, and he's like, "Nah, dude, it used to be good. That shit's garbage now." I'm like, what the fuck? So it's like, is it good or is it not good? And I got to go check it out for myself because he says he used to guide and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, what can you tell me about it? And then the other guy's like, "No, dude, they're always in there and only in January, and they come off of this ranch and this and that, and then and over here on this unit across the highway they're there and in January, and there's some monsters." It's like, I tend to believe things when I see a lot of animals on the wall. But if I don't see any animals on the wall and I can't tell that you hunt by what you live in, then I probably won't take your information to.
Yeah. It's like listening to recipes from a skinny person versus a guy that's a little chubby. You're like, what's your go-to? Where do I get some good barbecue at, man?
Right?
Yeah, heck yeah. But stepping away from the hunting situation or hunting vibes or anything, we need to get our gear and our butts in gear for that truck shot, tack, and the African hunt.
Yeah. I don't know much about the African hunt shot. What is it? Do you know?
I think it's a metal target.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how far.
I don't know how far it is. That's one of the things that I was trying to.
But it's 7 days, all paid for, airfare and everything, 5 animals. And then you could include buddies, but they said there's a a heavily discounted. Yeah. So that's still sweet. 5 animals.
So like we have a 3 and whatever chance of going to Africa this year.
Yeah. You need to print out a ring, bro.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think I need to get with you guys and figure out where we can put that target, and either have like a range day where we can go and hang out. Yeah. And get the families together, grill out, shoot the bows, hang out. I'm waiting on strings. They should be here next week.
Fuck. I got the land for it.
Yeah, for sure.
You too, right?
I can shoot probably. I can shoot 100, but I gotta do it from the street.
I got a bag at 120 right now that I've been shooting at, and
that's it.
So
I'm excited for that.
Now, definitely now that they revealed the truck, I still think mine has more gear than that one does. Yeah.
It does look like it has a lot more. Yeah,
for sure.
Especially now, the way you decked out the lights and everything, and then your canopy and everything. Yeah,
that's the cool thing that they did on that truck. The Casey lights, they're pretty badass, bro.
And they're already on.
Yeah, I know. And they gave me a fuckload of lights. I even gave some away. But
that's right. We didn't want any. That's cool. That's cool.
My little brother he's hit 2 deer in his Toyota.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so they did. I'll get you some I think the SSC2 lights. You just need to get the wiring harness.
Fuck yeah.
But I'll hopefully help you out.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a nice truck, bro. I'm not a fan.
Toyota? Those are nice trucks.
Truck. He's got a fucking good deal on his camper, like fucking George, dude.
No shit.
Color matching freaking camper in this thing.
Dude, so I found a camper in Cruces. And they want 500, and it's black. It will fit my truck, and I'm just like, shit. I text him today, and I'll just he told me it's still available, and it has the glass in the front, all the new glass and everything. And I'm like, would you take 400? Well, we're going to Cruces Saturday, so I need to talk to him a little bit and see.
Heck yeah,
because dude, I want a camper on my truck. The one that I got from you is just a little long.
It's a little too long. Yeah.
You ever had that problem?
Never. But definitely we gotta keep our fingers crossed on our tags that we have out.
Yeah, dude. I think I put in for more this year than I ever have. It's I put her in for a couple of hunts too. I put her in she didn't want to go elk this year for some reason.
Yeah,
but I put her in for deer and for antelope, and then
if the only one I get is elk, I'm excited about that. With
if
the
I don't
bow.
get elk and you get elk, I'm punching you in the nuts.
All right, you better have good aim.
Yeah, you'll miss real easy.
I didn't put in. I put in for less this year, but I'm in the same boat. Like I put Charlie in for a couple, and then
dude, I'm so jealous, bro. Because whenever they do their tags, it's like fucking $20.
Dude,
like,
I know that was cool.
Dirt cheap.
That was cool. It was cool though because he just turned 12, so I was like, man, you got a fishing license, you got your tags, you're all set.
Oh, speaking. Oh yeah. So you already have it, right? Hunting and fishing. I was gonna say that they released the new fishing. You can buy them now. So
so he's got that, and then we'll see. Still kicking around the access hunt in Hawaii, so we'll see. But yeah,
that'd be pretty sick. Another thing too is I don't fish or nothing, so I want to see if I could tag along with you guys or something.
Yeah,
I'm not a fisherman either, bro. But I'll tell you what, dude. Taking the kids out last weekend and actually catching fish, like
next weekend's Easter.
It is.
Is it this coming weekend? The following week?
Okay. Yeah, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah. The lakes are gonna be fucking packed.
Yeah.
But because we always go fishing, right? I don't ever catch shit, bro. I haven't caught. I think the last fish I caught was with Aragon. We were here, and I think it was right after we left Transworld. Long time, like 9 years, bro. I hadn't caught a fish, and then I went to the lake up there, and I was fucking hammering them, bro. And the kids are like, I don't know. I kind of felt like this was like validation, bro. Like my uncle's not full of shit.
Yeah.
But it felt good, bro. And then they're all catching fish too, and we just tore it up out there. That was a great time.
What I want to do is maybe take this on the road and go hit the river, do some night fishing like we used to. Get some catfish, some carp. Those fuckers they're fun. Yeah. Carp, man, they just fight, and it's so much fun.
Well, my bedtime's at 9, so
that's when we're gonna start.
Oh, damn it. All right, I'll sleep. Take a nap. I better take a nap before. Yeah. But no, I want to see if I can go with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Because I don't have no gear, nothing.
Dude, you want a fishing rod? I found one in the dumpster earlier.
Shit.
Is it nice?
Does it work? It needs a reel. But I was telling my dad. I called my dad. I was like, bro, I never thought I would ever be like that, dude. But because my dad would be like, oh, yeah, it's still good. Fucking take it home and fix it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was like, nah,
that's my dad.
Buy one. Yeah, that's a generation, right? And then I was throwing some shit away in the dumpster, and there's 2 fishing rods in there. And I was like, what the fuck? Why did they throw these away? One of them was half, so I get that one. But the other one was a spin cast, bro. And I took it out, and I'm not like, that's like one of those the dumpster that's on the highway out there.
Yeah.
I opened the door and it was right there. I was like, fucking took it out and looked at it. I was like, fucking put it in the van. I was like, I'm going to take this shit. I can fix this one up. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, dude, but definitely I want to learn that a little bit more.
I don't know a whole lot either, bro. I mean, the buddy we have that they knew about all this shit. Like he's not here no more. He moved away from us.
We got to go fishing over there. Shit.
Yeah. If I go over there, though, I got to link up with Too Tall.
Yeah. But definitely got to get some fishing done. Check that out, and then just hopefully me get some tags. Hopefully we get some tags.
Man. Yeah, hopefully. Man.
I don't really care if I get any tags and stuff, but I like to see her hunt, and then I'm excited to see Charlie hunt too, bro.
Yeah, I never got a hold of the game warden to see what.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you what you got.
Yeah, no idea. So
they use your address.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, so I don't know what that was about, but
text him right now. He'll probably answer.
Yeah, ahorita. I'll hit him up.
I don't have my phone no more, otherwise I would.
But yeah, we'll see what's up there. But yeah, touching back on that, wrapping it up. Distance is great tool to have in your arsenal, and it's a good tool to have in your arsenal for if you're at distance and it's perfect condition. Fucking send it, and you have some confidence behind that shot. But it's always better to try to get close.
Get closer. Yeah.
Get closer. In my opinion, I don't know what your opinion is on that.
I think so too, man. I think the closer the better. It strengthens your odds.
Yeah, I think too. I mean, to that point, closer is better. Closer to us, it might seem like long distance for most. I'm thinking close is like 40, 50. And some people are like, whoa, I'm talking 12, 14, 15 yards.
Yeah, and I guess it all depends on your terrain or who you're actually talking to. Because, I mean,
from a tree stand,
50 yards is pretty far for me.
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable. Like I'm getting to that point where I'm like, dude, I could take this shot. I feel good about it.
But honestly, man, 50 yards on a target, like 3D target, seems a lot more far than 50 yards on a buck or an elk. Like it's entirely different. Like
it's crazy. Like you think about that. I think about that all the time. It's like, man, that buck's 50 yards. That's pretty close. But then it's like 50 yards from the end zone in a football field is far.
Dude, yeah. If you think of it that way,
yeah,
it's pretty crazy. Because like, when we do long range, or even when the other day I was shooting at 77 yards, and I think about it like when we're there at the football field, I'm like, dang, I was shooting at that little block this big at 77 yards, and I didn't stack them together, but they're at least 4 inches apart.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'll take that every day. But
yeah, man.
On a live animal could be different. I mean, that's.
I'm telling you, I shot both my deer in the 50 yard. They didn't seem far at all, dude.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Far at all.
When you're out there in the elements, it doesn't seem that far.
Yeah.
You're like, man, it's close. And then you range 80 and you're like, I can do that.
Yeah.
Dude, so I like when we go out, not all the time, but I try to take my rangefinder. So if I see something or even a tree, I'm like, okay, I'm going to say that's 50 yards. And I click it. I'm like, 80 yards. I'm like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
Or I'm like, that's 20 yards. And it's
when I shot no rangefinder in Mexico, I used to do that at work. I would take my rangefinder and I would like try to guess how far things were, and then I would 40 yards, and then I would range it. I'm like, fuck, 32.
Yeah.
Damn it. And eventually, some of these guys like the Levi Morgans, like that's where the real skill set is they can range distance like to the half a yard.
It's crazy, dude, because like it's not the speed is regulated, right? But it's the 20, 25, 30, 35.
Yeah.
But they're like, that's 32 yards.
Yeah, 32.5.
How the fuck do you know?
And they'll range it and it's 32.5. You're like,
smoke a 14 on it. Like,
yeah. I mean, if you're off half a yard at 30 yards, you're not going to hit that fucking
40.
There's a video too where he explains how he does it.
Yeah, I watched it.
Because you got to, like, basically you know the size of the animal and you're just cutting it up. Okay, I know from here to there is 20. And that's the way he does it. But like, I don't know, visually, dude, with trees around, rocks around, like the terrain around it makes it a lot different.
Yep. It's like if you know how long your hand is, and you go put 2 hand lengths. Okay, that's 13 inches.
Or if you go like this,
wild, bro. That's 13 inches.
That's 8 inches right there.
What do you mean? I don't get it. Your hands aren't 13 inches.
No.
All right, guys. I think we better cut it there. Let's say goodnight.
Yeah, that's funny. No, but it's that. It's getting familiar at 20 because a lot of people shoot 20, and then you know what 20 yards is, and then you just 20, 40, 60, or you 20, 30. Half of that is 10.
Yeah.
But these guys are down to like the yard,
and it's just he's just out there every day, man. Out there,
and I think I don't know. I've seen a lot of people, they don't shoot 3D.
Yeah,
and they pick up their bow and go get them. I'm like, dude. And I feel like 3D is helping me because you're actually seeing whether it's a dinosaur or not, but you're seeing something, and you're
that too. And your equipment, man, like you know your equipment better. You trust your equipment. You understand it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you learn not to fuck with it during competition or in hunts.
Yep.
Yeah,
some people haven't learned yet. Some people haven't learned yet.
Yeah,
some of us haven't. Some of us have.
Yep.
I think the hardest part for me is like when I put my slider in to put it in the case. I don't remember what fucking hole it's supposed to go in, pulling it back out. And that shit, I could have it. It's the third three out, and I'll put it in 3. And it's like, was it 3 though? It's always in the back of my head, bro. Like, so I don't know. Regardless of, like you said, if it's a dinosaur or a little rabbit, whatever, the goal is always the same to hit where you're aiming.
Yeah,
and then you carry that into the hunting world. It's the same shit. It doesn't matter if you're hunting turkey or rabbits or elk, coyotes, whatever it might be. The goal is to hit exactly where you're aiming.
Yep.
And there's other factors to it, man. But if you shoot every shot with confidence, like when I pull this trigger, that fucker's gonna die.
Yeah.
And then that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Everything else after that is not up to you.
Yeah, and that's the part of the 3D that really helps is shooting further distances makes you more comfortable when you have to pull that shot off.
Yeah,
you know,
it really does. And I've tried to talk to my brother about that same thing. Like he's like, dude, how do you stay so calm? Like it's just a target, man. You take the life factor out of it. I mean, not to disrespect the life of the animal, but take the life factor out of it. That's a target I'm after.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too. Is like when I drew back on my elk, I wasn't aiming at the elk. I was aiming at the spot, a shadow, a crease.
Yeah,
you know, I'm aiming at that. I'm not trying to kill the animal. I'm trying to hit that crease. I'm trying to hit that spot.
Because the consequences of hitting that spot is going to kill the animal. But yeah, man, it's just you take the factors out of it, like the big factors, the big picture, and just narrow it down to I just need to hit right here, and then I think your shots will come in.
Yep. Definitely.
But you got to shoot it with confidence, knowing that it's not like, all right, well, I'm gonna split the pins and see what happens. Like, no, I'm gonna aim at that spot. I'm gonna fucking drill that spot, and then hopefully you do. Because after you release that shot, it's not up to you no more.
Can't get it back.
You know, that arrow's gonna hit, that bullet's gonna hit wherever it's gonna hit. I mean, if that animal jumps the string, or you hit high or you hit low, that's not up to you no more.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the things too that I like. You don't know, and you can't control what the animal's gonna do after that, but you can control the shot. If you just stay present in that, you're fine.
Yeah.
I think that's a good advice in any walk of life, bro. Is control your reaction to things and control how you operate, and the reaction of anybody else around you or anything is not up to you. It has nothing to do with you. Their opinions, their thoughts on you, that has nothing to do with you. So just control you.
Yep, that's it. All right, we'll leave you guys with that.
Wait, are we still recording?
Chinese
we're still doing the road to 100.
Yeah, I think we're at 73 right now.
73.
Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, please like and subscribe. Check us out. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys want to hear in the next one, and we'll try to incorporate that in somehow. Shout out to our winner of the Random Acts of Kindness. Josh got those arrows.
Yeah, we built up some arrows for the Random Acts of Kindness. So we had a winner out in northern New Mexico. She requested that they would be teal and white, so we made that happen. Videos coming up on that, so you guys will be able to check that out on our TikTok, Instagram, and then of course on YouTube. I don't know if we're gonna do video on YouTube just yet. We could probably post something there.
Yeah, we could.
But look out for that. We did a giveaway.
Yeah, and let us know which tack you're going to, and if you're going to Colorado, drop us a comment. Maybe we can meet up.
Link up, throw you on the pod.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
See you guys.
Link in my bio. Subscribe.